thank you so much for joining us this brand new week and the last day of the month of June right here on your #1 agricultural program, Kenya's Gold. My name is Violetta Ngina. Now this has been quite an exciting period for us right here at Kenya's Gold because we have been coming through to you from the United States of America with the intention of learning so much about the agricultural scope in this great country. And so far, some of my major takings are dairy farming is very huge in the United States. For example, this particular state we are in, Idaho State, has more cows than human beings. That's how crazy it is. And the level of milk production is very high because you find one cow is giving you an average of 70 liters per day. Also, something that we have noted is this diversity in agriculture. You see, sometimes you'll find back at home, kama ni nyanya, tuko na variety moja. Kama ni cabbage, we are not that diverse. But here, kama ni cabbage, variety ni kama tano. If it's watermelon, there are tons of varieties, some which you never knew existed. And I believe that gives farmer a bigger playing field in the market. Also, something that is very important and happening greatly in United States is state-of-the-art technology in agriculture. Kama ni milking, robots wako pale wanafanya kazi yote very efficient, and that is what we want to see in order to make agriculture sustainable. All right, now today I do want to take you through a farmer's market right here in Idaho, and then later on I'm going to throw it to my fellow host and farmer, hi Emmanuel Terrer, who is going to be talking to us a lot more about some of the diseases that attack cabbage and how to go about it as a farmer. But first, come, let's explore the farmer's market in Idaho. So here we are in the farm market, and this farm market is called Blue Rock. And on my far right is a garden where a lot of the things that are sold here, some of them are grown in the garden or the farm that is next to us. So right now we do want to explore this farm market, and I'll tell you something very interesting. We're very blessed back at home kwa sababu unaweza panda wakati wowote. As long as you have irrigation, you can grow crops all year round. However, much of our agriculture is rain-fed. However, here they cannot grow all year round kwa sababu kuna wakati wa winter, and during winter a lot of crops do not do well. Therefore, you'll find a structure like this, what we have here, this farmers market. Wakati wa winter it's closed down because most of the farmers do not have produce to bring to the market, and they have to wait until winter is over and then they're back to business. That's how the farmers market here does operate. And now we do want to have a look at some of the agricultural produce that we do have here. Alafu pia, they're helping you see where what you're eating is coming from. For example, here we do have apples. And remember, I told you at the very beginning, something very key that I've seen happening here in the United States of America when it comes to agriculture is diversity. Kama ni apples, when you unajionea, all these are different varieties of apples. Ukiangalia hii, kuna ile tunaita honey crisp. Ukiangalia hii inaitwa Fuji apples. This is cosmic crisp apples, and this is pink lady apples. And here they will also indicate to you where your apple is coming from. So these ones in particular are coming from Washington. These are in Washington as well. So as you buy your products here, you get to have an understanding of where what you're eating is coming from, and that is happening with a lot of crops that are being sold in this farmers market. And again, it's bringing us to the conversation on variety, different varieties that farmers are growing here in the United States. So I want you to come with me. We look at a different space here Watu wa Waru mumefikiwa, watu wa machipo, mabajia, manininini, ndio hii. And this state that we are in, it's Idaho State, and they are the leading producers of potatoes in the United States. And one thing you'll also notice, they do large acres of land. Hawasiwa 2 acres, 3 acres. Much of our agriculture back at home is sustained by small-scale farmers, and that goes across the entire Africa. 80% of the food output is supported by small-scale farmers, but here it's a bit different because large-scale farming is booming. So here again we have varieties. Kama ni yellow potatoes, here it is. If you want red potatoes, here it is. If you want russet potatoes, here it is. And then we have fingerling potatoes, here it is. And you'll notice zote zinatoka wapi? Idaho, 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 Idaho. Like I told you, Idaho is a leading producer of potatoes in the United States of America. Now here again, we do have different things going on. Tuko na vitungu, a very important ingredient when you're making food. I know a lot of us will be making dinner tonight, and one ingredient that will cut across every home, kitungu. So we have different, of course, types of onion. Kama ni garlic, iko hapa, yellow onions, iko hapa, red onions, white onions, sweet onions. All these different onions are here. And then you'll see, moving again, we have jalapenos. This one is from California. And when you walk around, I'll bring you to something different, a different stand here. In this place, we also do have a lot of fruits, okay? And most of them, ukiangalia hapa, we have avocados. They are from California. Umona jalapenos on that side, they are from California. And then again, when we look at what we have here, again, bringing us to the conversation on varieties, we have different types of oranges here, and they are from California. Now, what you need to note is California is very significant when it comes to agriculture in the United States, as it is the leading state in agriculture. Unaona venye tunasemanga, Uasin Gishu is our bread basket, huko ndo chakula kingi kinatoka. Here in the United States, the state that imeshikilia ukulima is California. So you're going to notice a lot of crops, a lot of fruits are coming from the state of California. Also, these avocados, they are the state that grows avocados in the United States, but it's still not enough to supply and meet the demand in the country. Therefore, they import a lot of the avocados from Mexico. And remember, Mexico is the leading producers of avocados in the world. Therefore, a lot of avocados here in the United States is also from Mexico, who are leading in the production of that. Pia hapa tuko na pineapples. You can see it for yourself. Very fantastic pineapples. Tunauza moja at roughly about $6 a pineapple. So these ones are from Mexico. Mexico are very huge when it comes to agriculture. Like I told you, they are the leading producers of avocados. But when it comes to pineapple, Indonesia takes the lead in the production of pineapples. But here, the ones that we have here are from Mexico. We have different types of watermelons there, different berries, and you can see different people are walking in to buy different farmers' products. It's a very active market. Watu wanakuja, they're parking their cars, the sun is good, the produce smell good, they look good, you can definitely tell it's good quality, and there's so much activity happening from the older people to the very young people. Everyone is trying to make sure that they are getting the right food to eat back at home. Now we also do have this other stand where we have Brussels sprouts. I was told not to say sprouts, the S is silent. So Brussels sprouts and different types of cabbages on this particular stand. Again, going ahead to show you that people are consuming a lot of greens, people are trying to be healthy, and a lot of these products are 100% organic. Okay, tomatoes on that side, more fruits on that side, more vegetables. That is exactly how it works here in the farmers market. Remember, I told you earlier, it's seasonal. Wakati wa winter, they close down because there's no produce to sell to the consumers. When it's winter, it's so hard to grow anything. Now, having taken that tour, having seen that activity, we do want to find someone from this farmers market. We talk to them, get to understand some more about how it really works in this farm market. So come, let's find someone to talk to us. Well, I guess we have found someone to talk to right here at Blue Rock Farmers Market, and she's quite busy sorting out some onions. Let's get to know her a bit more. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having us here at Blue Rock. I can see you're quite busy, but we'll start by getting to know you. Tell us your name and what you do here at Blue Rock Farmers Market.
My name is Rochelle, and at Blue Rock Farmers Market, we bring in local produce as soon as we can, keeping it fresh and ready for customers to buy.
Right.
We first ship in the produce, and then as it gets ready on the farm and locally in Idaho, we bring it in there.
Right. You also do have a farm just next to this outlet. You can tell us what you grow in that farm, because I understand part of what you grow there is what you sell here, right?
Yes.
So tell us, what do you grow in this farm?
Over in this field, we grow pumpkins and sunflowers for when the sunflower season comes in. And then we actually have our actual farm in Jerome, where we grow all the produce and bring it in here when it gets ready.
When you say all the produce, which produce is this?
Right, it's a big variety of produce. We have zucchini, cucumbers, radishes, potatoes,
right. Everything
pretty
you
much
can
all
think
the things.
of.
Yes.
Right. Good stuff. Now, this farmers market, I understand, is not all year round. There's a period you have to close down and then you reopen again. Please take us through that. Tell us when that time for closing is and why you have to do that.
We start in mid-April and we end right before Thanksgiving, just so that's the window where Idaho's produce comes in best and is in season, and then we just close down waiting for next season to keep it fresh.
So Thanksgiving, that's in the month of November.
So end of November.
Right, so from April to November.
Yes.
All right, and then when you close from December, you open again in April.
Mid-April, yes.
Right, please help us understand, when you close in November during Thanksgiving and you open the next year around April, what is happening around that period that makes it hard for you to continue having your produce here in Idaho Farmers Market here?
We try to get Idaho produce mostly, and so during that time, Idaho doesn't grow things that we can sell. So we just wait for the seasonal time when Idaho does grow so that we can sell that kind of produce.
Why are you not growing in that time?
Because it's the cold winter months and plants need sun.
Great. Thank you so much, Rochelle, for speaking to us, and keep up the great work that you're doing here at Blue Rock Farmers Market.
Thank you.
And before I let you go, I'm going to give you a farm joke question of the day. Do you want a farm joke?
Yes.
All right. So Idaho is known for potatoes, right?
Yes.
So what is the potatoes' least favorite day of the week?
I don't know.
Think about that. You'll give me an answer shortly.
All right.
So we are here at the Blue Rock Farmers Market getting to know how this structure works, how they support farmers, and when they are in season and when they're not in season as well. Now with that, it's time for us to take our first short commercial break, but do not go anywhere, because as promised earlier on, we will be joined by Emmanuel Terrer on the other side of this break. He will be having a conversation with an expert on some of the diseases that affect cabbages in Kenya. Remember, we did a tour to some of the cabbage farmers na wakatuambia kuna shida ya black rot. How can they go about that? You'll get to find out about that and more when we come back from this short commercial break. Also, we'll get our farm joke answer later on in the program.
Kenya's